Hello everyone, hope you all can see my screen. So in this video, we are going to see an end-to-end pipeline using Airflow and the cloud storage, cloud functions, Dataflow, BigQuery and Looker. Okay, so we are getting the data from the ClickBuzz API. So we need to first set up the ClickBuzz API. From the API, we are going to extract the data using the Airflow Python coding, and we have a Python script. And that script, what it will do is that it's going to be extracting the data from the ClickBuzz API, and that data is related to the cricket players and their statistics and the number of rank based on their ranking. We are getting the top 15 batsmen throughout the world on cricket in ICC ODI rankings as per the ICC ODI rankings. I will tell you how we are going to extract it, and using the Python we are extracting it, and that data we are going to load it to the cloud storage. From the cloud storage, whenever the file is created, we are using the cloud functions as a triggering mechanism. And what it will do is that whenever the file is created in the cloud storage, it loads that file to the, so it will submit a job to the data flow, and the data flow will load the data from this cloud storage to the BigQuery table. And on top of the same BigQuery table, we are going to do the looker. So I want this entire pipeline to be created, and what it's gonna do is that it is going to be scheduled at some point of time every day, so that automatically at that time the Airflow will get the data from the API and loads the data to the cloud storage bucket. Automatically, cloud function gets triggered, submits the job to the data flow. Data flow will load the data from the cloud storage to the BigQuery, and out on top of this updated data, Looker dashboards gets updated. Okay, so this is our end-to-end pipeline. For doing that, first I am going to create the Airflow environment. Okay, so in Google Cloud Platform, we are using the Cloud Composer for the Airflow environment. I have already created that environment because it takes like 15 to 20 minutes. So if you wanted to create it, just click on create, and click on Composer 1. Just provide the name, location, and image version, and node count as 3. So something like this. For example, take any name. The location, you can select any of the location like this. And after that, image version, you can select like this. And machine type, you can select any of the machine type. The disk size I'm taking as a 30 GB. Okay. So this is how we have to. So this is how we have to fill all the details, and we have to select any service account. You can select any service account. Once you have provided all the details, just click on create. It takes around 15 to 20 minutes because I have already created that. You can see here demo environment I have created with the 2.4.3 version, and here we have the Airflow web server. Here we have the DAX folder. Let me open the Airflow web server. So if you wanted to open the Airflow web server, just click on this thing. Okay, this is how the Airflow web server will open. Similarly, if you wanted to open the DAX folder, just right click on it, open this DAX folder. So DAX folder will also open here. DAX folder is nothing but where we are going to keep our DAX. Okay, so it is one of the cloud storage bucket only. Okay, let me gonna show you our DAG code as well as our Python script, how we are going to extract this data. First thing, if we wanted to do all of these things, first we need to set up our API, ClickBuzz API, because if you do not have the API, then we cannot be able to get the data from this API. So copy this link and paste it in your browser. Okay, it is directly opening ClickBuzz Cricket. Okay, so what you have to do, the very first thing for me, I have already logged in. I have created my account and logged in. What you have to do is that just click on login, just click on sign up, and you can select any of the Gmail. That's it, your account will be created. And again, you come to the pricing. When you select the ClickBuzz Cricket, you come to this pricing, and here you have to subscribe to the basic pricing model. I have already done that, so that's the reason it is showing for me currently subscribed. what you have to do here, you will see an option subscribe. Just click on it, automatically it will be subscribed. We don't need to pay anything because we are just getting the data 1 or 2 times, right? So we don't need to pay anything. It's a free model, free pricing model. And after that, click on this endpoints. Okay, click on the endpoints. And what I wanted to do, sir, I wanted to get the data from the statistics. Click on the statistics. I wanted to get the ICC rankings. What we wanted to do, we wanted to get the top 15 batsmen in ICC as per ICC rankings. So click on this get ICC rankings so that you can test the endpoint also here. Okay, see here. So these are the top 15 you see here. You hope you will be able to see this one. If you wanted to increase, you can able to increase it. Top 15. So you will be having, for example, no. Let me gonna click on node snippet. So I'm gonna change here the coding as Python request. So this is how Python request is created. And you can able to copy this code as well. Example responses, you can also able to see it. So if you wanted to mention the test format or a ODI format or a batsman category or whatever details you wanted to mention it, just mention it. Just click on test endpoint. From this endpoint, we can able to get the data like this. So for example, if I click on it, so the rank one, you see here rank one, Kane Williams. Okay, so from this one, from this particular thing, we are going to get the data. Okay, this way we are going to get. So we can get a ID, rank, name, country from this particular API. There is that. So this is what is the API, guys. API key as well as the API host. So you have to copy this entire thing. Okay, you have to copy this entire thing. Let me show the code so that you will be able to understand more. So I have already created the code. If you wanted to get the code, you can go here. Here you have the code, guys. Here you have the code. Just extract it, open that in your VS Code or any code editor. And I have already downloaded and I have opened those things here. Just click on extract and push. What is our first agenda? Using the Python code, using the Python script, we are going to extract the data from the QuickBuzz API and we are going to load it to the Google Cloud Storage bucket. So for that one, as I told you, we just have to copy this entire thing from the API because we need to have the key as well as host and the format type. You can see here, that is what I have done here. Okay, headers and URL also I have mentioned here, and we are getting the format type. The format is ODI. We don't want the test. We only want the ODI. So I am extracting the data. You can see here. First, I am extracting these fields such as rank, name, country. We can specify whatever the fields we want. I only want these 3 columns. If you want other details also, you can mention here, guys. And we wanted to create a CSV file name called batsmanranking.csv. Okay, batsmanranking.csv. This file, I wanted to create it. I wanted to load it to the GCS. See here, we are opening the CSV file and we are loading we are writing the rows that are getting the data from this particular fields from the API, and we are loading that CSV file to the Google Cloud Storage. Okay, only 3 steps here. First thing, set up your QuickBuzz API. Second thing, create a code. That code extracts the data from the API. Whatever the columns that you want, you specify here and create a CSV file. That CSV file will be loaded to your GCS. So that is what it is doing. Okay, so now, so if you wanted to use the same code, if you wanted to change your name CSV file, you can change it. And for sure, what you have to do, change your API key and host, guys. For my account, this is the API key. This is the API key and host. So for you, this may changes. So that is the reason. As per your key as well as host, you have to change this particular code. You come here and you change these 2 lines. And after that, so I wanted to load this data to the one of the bucket. I will going to change this bucket name. So if you wanted to load it to one of the bucket, so what I will do, so I will duplicate this thing. Okay, so I'll go to the cloud storage. I'll go to this bucket. I'm going to delete this, all of these things, guys. First time, whatever the data that is there, I'm going to delete it. Okay, so this bucket is empty now. Look at here, this bucket is empty. I'm copying this bucket name where I wanted to load that particular CSV file, batsman ranking.csv file to this particular bucket. You come here and you paste it. If you wanted to have the same bucket, you can use the same bucket. Okay, so according to your bucket, you have to provide those details. What it will do to that particular bucket, it is going to create the file and it will print the message also. Okay, so this is your Python script. What is this one, sir? This is your Python script. What it will do, it extracts the data from the API and it loads the data to your cloud storage bucket. Okay, so that is the script. But this script, if the script has to run and scheduled time, we have to create a DAG. Okay, if this script has to run and we have to create a DAG. So to do that, first I will keep the script somewhere here. I will create a folder in our, this is our DAG folder, guys. Look at here, this is our DAG folder. Inside the DAG folder, I'm going to create a folder called scripts. I'm creating a folder called scripts. Click on create. Inside a scripts, I'm going to upload that particular file. Click on upload and go to here, go to this one, extract push GCS, upload that particular file, because that particular file is here now and we have to create a DAG to run this particular code. We have to create a DAG to run this particular code. So what we have to do, so I will go to my code editor again. I have created a DAG.py also. I have created a DAG also, guys, here. So what this DAG will do, it importing all the modules, and I am mentioning the default argument, the date time. So 2024 month, and I will mention 24 here, guys. Date as a 24. Okay, so you can mention your depends on the past, no email address, email failure, email on retry. So all the details we already know, we have covered all of these things. So we need to define the DAG properly, and we have to define the task properly. So the task is very simple. I'm using the bash operator. I'm running a bash command, that is Python. And look at here. This file, where is this available? This file, whatever our extract GCS, extract and push gcs.py, it is available in under scripts folder. You already know. See here, it is under DAGs folder, DAGs scripts folder. Inside the scripts, you have this file. Similarly, I have mentioned the same thing here. You look at it here. So this is your Airflow folder. Until here, it is your Airflow folder. Inside the DAGs, we have a scripts. Inside the scripts, so we are having this file. So we are running that file on top of the Python. Using the Python, we are running that code. So this is a bash command. So what it will do, it runs the code. So whenever this DAG is running, what it will do, it run that particular script. So what I will do, I will try to upload this particular DAG file to the DAGs folder. So whenever you upload any of the .py file to the DAGs folder, what it will do, the cloud scheduler will scan the DAG folder and it will assume that that is your DAG file. Okay, that is your DAG file. Let me upload it. Click on upload. This is my DAG. So I'm going to upload it. Okay, so what we have done, sir? So using the Airflow and Python, using the Python, I am extracting the data. Using the Python, I am extracting the data, and that Python file, that Python script, I have scheduled using the DAG. I am running it and I have scheduled and running the DAG using the Airflow DAG. So you can see here that scheduling information and everything is here only. You can able to see here. So whenever we wanted to create a DAG, there are 4 steps, right? Importing all the modules, defining the DAG, as well as defining the task and defining the dependency. Okay, so this is how we are providing it. So once that is also done, so we have uploaded this DAG to our Airflow. So let me refresh here. Why it is not came? Okay, yeah, dag.py is came here. So this is how once the dag.py is uploaded, you can go to your Airflow web server. So Airflow web server should scan the dag.py and it should keep that particular file. It takes like 1 or 2 minutes. Let's wait for that time. Meanwhile, what we will do, look at here, we extracted the data from the QuickBus API and using the Python, and that Python script we have scheduled using the Airflow DAG. And what that script will do, whenever that script is running, it loads the data to the cloud storage bucket. It loads the data to the cloud storage bucket. Okay, so that is what it will do. Now let me go and refresh it. Okay, it still not came. So let me refresh here whether it is uploaded correctly or not. So yes, it is uploaded properly. That's perfect. And let's wait for 1 more minute. Yes, look at here. You can also go and look at here. What is my DAG name, DAG ID? You can see here cricket stats. So you see here cricket stats, which is already there. So using that name, so the DAG is created. And if you wanted to run it manually, you can click on this. I wanted to test this particular DAG, guys. So we have only one task, that is running the script, right? We're running a bash script, a bash operator, Python script. So if you wanted to manually trigger it, click on this manually. But if you don't manually trigger it, tomorrow it is going to run at this point of time. Okay, it is already scheduled tomorrow. Tomorrow it is going to run at this point of time, right? But look at here. I'm going to click on this one, trigger DAG. See here, it is started running. Okay, 1 minute, guys. It's because we have mentioned the time as 24, which is tomorrow. So it may be starting tomorrow only. So let me do one thing. Okay, let me see graph once. Okay, we have only one task. That's perfectly fine. Okay, what I will do, let me change the date, guys, because it's tomorrow, right? We have to wait until tomorrow to run the task. So what I will do, I will mention today's time only. Okay, let me mention today's time, control yes. Okay, I will try to delete this dag.py and re-upload it. Okay, I will delete that dag.py. Okay, I will re-upload it. Okay, so it will take some time for this to change. So you can, if you want, you can also see the code. So all the options are here. So dag cricket is missing because we have deleted it. It will come again. Okay, we can refresh the dags. It will take 1 more minute. And you already know how the interface for the Airflow looks like, right? So in the Airflow, all the list of the DAX will be listed here, and you will be able to see the owner and how many times it has run, scheduling information, last time run, next time run, whether it is failed or not. See, this is nothing but success or failed or a shutdown. All the details are here. If you wanted to manually trigger the DAG, you can click on this thing. Okay, so that is how. Let us wait for some time. Once the DAG is scanned by the scheduler, it will be coming up here. Okay, it should be scanned. It should take 1 or 2 minutes usually. So this is how our end-to-end pipeline. What is our next step? So if the file is uploaded, I want the cloud functions to be triggered, right? So that is our next step. We have to create the cloud functions. So for that one, let's wait. Once the DAG is completed, we will go there. It's taking a lot of time. Let me see if it is uploaded properly or not. Let me refresh here. So it is uploaded properly. That's perfect. So let me go here and I will also upload it, refresh it here. So you can see here, create cricket stats is already there. Let me click on it. Okay. Let me trigger it. So you see here it is started running, guys. So it is started running. See here it is started running, right? Light green color, that nothing but running. And you see here dark green color, that means it is successful. So it has, the task is successful. That's perfect. So that means if I go to my test bucket, this is our test bucket. The file should be uploaded here, right? So let me refresh it here. See here. Okay, that's great. Batsman ranking.csv is uploaded automatically from the Airflow. When the Python script, when the DAG was running, DAG was, see here, that this is the flow. When the DAG is running, it is running this Python script. What is this Python script? It is getting the data, it is loading the file to the Google Cloud Storage. What is that file name? Batsman ranking.csv. Okay, so this is what it is. Now I don't want this file, sir. I don't want this file to be here. I want it to delete, because as soon as the file is created, I want the cloud function to be gets triggered. I want the cloud function to be gets triggered. For that, what I will try to do is that, so I will go to the cloud functions. I will go to the cloud function. I will try to create a cloud function. Okay, so what I will do, if the cloud function gets triggered, whenever the file is created in the same bucket, if the same file is created in the bucket, I want the cloud functions to trigger. The cloud function should submit a job, data flow job to the data flow. It should submit a beam job to the data flow. So let me do that. So first thing, let me go to the cloud functions. Click on cloud functions and click on create cloud functions. Click on enable. No, guys, this is not our project. 1 minute. This is not our project. This is test project is our project. Look at here. We are doing everything on our test project. So click on create functions. In the environment, change the environment to first gen. Give some name. So I'm going to say beam job. The name is beam job. And the region you can select. What is our event? Think about is our event, guys. What is our event? When this cloud function should trigger? This cloud function has to be triggered whenever the file is created in the cloud storage bucket. That means trigger type, I will go and I will select a cloud storage. And event type is when the file is created or finalized in the selected bucket. What is the bucket, sir? Our bucket name should be this bucket, right? This test bucket. For that is the reason I don't want this file to be here. What I will do, I will try to delete it. Okay, I want this file bucket to be empty. So what I will do, I will select that bucket, test staging bucket 12. I will select that bucket and click on save and click on next. So what it has to do now, if the file is created or uploaded to that particular bucket, if the file is uploaded to this particular bucket, this function gets triggered. What we wanted to do, we wanted to submit a beam job to the data flow. So we wanted to submit a beam job to the data flow. So for that one, I have ready. The code is already ready. You can see here function.py. I have the code already ready. That is function.py. Okay, what it will do, let me try to explain. Okay, there are two things, sir. One is function.py, one more is requirement.txt. So if this function has to run, the requirement has to be satisfied. So first thing, function, what it is doing? It is working with the data flow service. And what is the project? You have to come here and change your project, guys. For me, the project is same. So that's the reason I'm not changing it. You come here and change your project. And template path. So which template I'm using? GCS to BigQuery, because whatever the file that is created in that particular bucket, I wanted to load it to the BigQuery. So via which one? Via data flow. So that is the reason I am submitting a job. The job name. Okay, you can say BQ. Okay, so you can say beam job. I'm going to give as a beam BQ job. Okay, beam BQ job. So beam job, guys, it is. So I have given a name called beam BQ job. And the parameters, we have to provide the parameters, guys. We have to properly provide the parameters. Okay, so 1 minute, let me properly make it. Yeah, the parameters we have to provide it. You see here, GCS path. Okay, so you already know whenever we wanted to load the data from the GCS to the BigQuery, we need to provide the UDF function. Okay, we need to provide the UDF function as well as BigQuery schema file. BigQuery schema file. So both of these things are required. So let me gonna show you where are these. So this is our UDF. What is this UDF will do is that it will analyze that CSV file and it will convert that CSV file into the JSON format. It will convert that data into the JSON format. Okay, it is going to split the data and convert it into columns, and each data is going to be converted into JSON format. I have explained you this in our previous classes also. Similarly, so if we wanted to create a table in the BigQuery, we need to have the schema. Okay, so how many columns we have? We are extracting, sir. We are only extracting 3 columns. You look at it here: rank, name, and country. So for that one, we need to create the schema. This is the schema: rank, name, country. Okay, these two files we need to upload it to one of the bucket first thing. Okay, let me upload it. So let me go here. Let me upload it to one of the bucket. So source bucket I'm selecting. See here, I have already uploaded. So bq.json and udf.json. So I need to copy this path. So for example, udf.json, copy this particular path and go to your code and directly paste it here. This is udf path you have to mention. Copy and paste it. Similarly, JSON path also. JSON path also. Go here, go back, click on BQ.json, copy this path and paste it here. Okay, paste it here. So that is how. And this UDF function is working based on this UDF function, whatever it is. Sorry, there is that. This UDF function is based on UDF function name, that is transform. Copy this transform and mention the transform name here. Mention the transform name here. And output table. Okay, we need to set up an empty table also, guys. We need to set up an empty table also. See here, go to the BigQuery and try to create this empty table. Okay, let me go to the BigQuery. Let me go to the BigQuery and try to create an empty table. Just empty table is fine. So the empty table with name is ICC ODI batsman. So the data set should, the data set name, try to create some empty data set. Okay, let me take some empty data set. Maybe anything you can take. I want the table to be here. Okay, not here. I want the table, the many things are there here. Yeah, I want the table to be here, raw underscore. So I will click on this one, click on create table. Empty table I wanted to create it. The table name should be ICC ODI batsman ranking. Right, ICC ODI batsman ranking. Click on create table. That's it, just an empty table. You can look at it here, just an empty table. We don't want anything. An empty table is fine. All the schema, data, everything will be done by a Dataflow job. Okay, just copy this path, copy this table ID, and go here and paste it. While you are pasting, don't do this mistake. Do this one. Project ID dot will be there, right? Remove the dot and mention the colon. Okay, project ID dot will be there usually. Don't use the dot, mention it as a colon. Okay, so that is what. So output table is also there. And our input file, where is your input file? So this input file, we already know. The file is going to be created in this bucket with the file name dot this one, right? So try to mention this one. Okay, change your bucket name here because the bucket is, we are creating this bucket. This is your bucket and this is your file name. So properly create this input file name, file path. And this is a temporary directory. You can use any of the temporary directory for your purpose. Okay, so whenever this function is get triggered, automatically it will submit a template job. It submits a predefined job, that is this one. That is this one. It will submit a job. So what is this job will submit it? The job name is this one. All the parameters are here. All the parameters are here. So what I will do, I'll copy this entire thing. I will come here. We wanted to create a Python runtime. Set the Python runtime as 3.9 and paste here the code. Okay, we have pasted the code here. Something wrong? Is something wrong, guys? Not sure. Let me select Python 3.10. Okay, something wrong, not sure, but yeah. Again, entry point we have to mention. The entry point should be this one. Copy this one. Okay, let me go back once and come back here one more time and just paste the code here. Okay, not this one. Copy the entire code and paste here. Okay, yeah, now it is cool. And copy this entry point. This is your function entry point. Copy this trigger df job. So that is what we are creating, and you can mention that. And don't forget to change your bucket names, project ID, bucket JSON path, ranking, output table name. All of these things don't forget to change. If you forget to change, there will be an issue. Okay, again, come to the requirement.txt, remove these things and add the requirement.txt as this one. Okay, copy this thing and paste it here, because if that particular code has to run, it needs the client library. Okay, so this is required. Click on deploy. Click on deploy. So the function is getting created. It takes at least 2 to 3 minutes. Let us wait for some time. And meanwhile, we will also open one more tab and we will open Dataflow. We will open Dataflow. Okay, so you see here, these are plenty of the things are there. Click on running. We do not have any jobs that are running now. Okay, you can refresh also. We do not have any jobs that are running, and we have here the table which is empty. Okay, so we have data flow job, we have a cloud functions getting created, and we have uploaded these two files to the bucket, and we have the dag.py and scripts file is also available. What I am going to do is that once the cloud function gets triggered, I am going to run this dag manually. I'm going to run this dag manually. If I run this dag manually, what will happen, sir? If I run this dag manually, it's going to create a cloud storage. It's going to create a CSV file in the cloud storage bucket. As soon as the file is created in the cloud storage bucket, the cloud functions gets triggered. If the cloud function gets triggered, it submits the job to the data flow. And the data flow job, what it will do, it extracts the data from the cloud storage bucket, load the data to the BigQuery. And on top of the BigQuery table, we are going to create the Looker Data Studio dashboard. We are going to create the dashboard in the Looker Data Studio. Okay, so let us wait for some time for the cloud function to be gets triggered. Completed. See here, cloud function is created. So what I will do, you go to the logs in the cloud function. So let me refresh it one more time. So only cloud function create function is there. We do not have any other log. So we do not have any logs. Only cloud function is created. What I will do, sir? Look at here. I'm going to come here. I'm going to, you see here in this bucket. Sorry. In this bucket, where is that bucket? I'm going to test bucket. You see here, let me refresh it. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh it one more time. In this bucket, I do not have any CSV file. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to go to the DAG. I'm going to click on this play button to trigger the DAG manually. Click on trigger DAG. So what it will do, sir? It's going to, Python script is going to run, it extracts the data and it is going to load the data to the bucket. See here, it is running, it ran successfully. Now go here and refresh it. Refresh it. See here, the file is created. That means you can go here. If you refresh the logs, automatically a log is created, gets log created, because the cloud function gets triggered, right? See here, the cloud function is execution started and it took some time and it has submitted the job. Which job? BQ job. It has submitted to the data flow. If you wanted to see here, come here and refresh this page. Okay, so you click on running, you will come to know. See here, BQ job, that is our job name. Okay, if you remember, that is our job name, the cloud function. If I go, this is my job name, BQ job. So it is running. You can go here inside it. You can go inside it. It is going to be, the execution already started. You can see here the execution already started. It takes some time, guys, because all the resources has to be created. Then only the execution takes place. So let us wait for some time. Okay, so let's wait for some time. Okay, so let's wait for some time. Let me refresh this one. The current workers is still zero. It should be at least one or two. Let me refresh this entire page. So the current workers has to be updated. Okay, it is still zero. Let's wait. That means the resources are not yet created. So it is still creating the worker machines. Let's wait for some more time. Okay. See here the workers, current workers become one. Okay, so that is how it is. The current workers become one. So it is start. It's that means it's the worker is already assigned to start this particular task, and in any minute it is going to the execution will start, and the execution gets completed. Let's wait for some time. Okay, you meanwhile you can also go and refresh this contents. Let me increase the size a bit. Yeah, you can refresh this contents and you can click on this one. See here, still no columns, no data. Data is also zero, no columns, no data. That means it is not successful yet. Let's wait for some time. You see here, it is started running now. So all are in progress now. Let's wait for some time. See here, few of the jobs are successful already. This one, this one, this one. Only final job is yet to complete. That is inserting the data into the BigQuery. Three jobs are completed. Final job is yet to complete. See, final job also completed. That means you can go to the BigQuery and you can refresh this content. You see here, guys. Step one, step two, step three, step four. All the steps are successfully completed, and you can go and click on three dots and refresh the data set, entire data set. Click on this table. You should be able to see here. See, three columns are created: rank, name, country, and you can click on the details. See here, it is just created now. Just created now, and it's preview. You see here the data is also here. Okay, the data is also here. So this way you can able to load the data automatically. You see here from the QuickBuzz API, the Python script is running in the Airflow, loading the data to the cloud storage. Automatically, the cloud function gets triggered. Dataflow job is running. BigQuery data is loaded to the BigQuery. And tomorrow also, I don't need to manually trigger this particular thing, guys. Okay, we don't need to trigger this thing. So at this point of time, tomorrow at this point of time, automatically every day at once it is going to run this pipeline. So we don't need to manually trigger it. All the steps are automated now. All the steps are automated now. And one more thing also we will do, sir. I wanted to create a dashboard on top of this table. On top of this table, I wanted to create a dashboard. So for that one, I will go for Looker Studio. You can search with the Looker Studio and click on this Looker Studio overview. Okay, you can go to the Looker Studio, click on this blank report. Okay, click on this bank report. We need to select the data source. Our data source is BigQuery. Click on BigQuery. And in BigQuery, we have how many projects you look at here. In BigQuery, what is our project name, sir? Test project, right? So select this BigQuery. So this is there under test project. In the test project, under the data set called raw data set, you have the data. So go select the test project and select the raw data set and select this table ICC ODI batsman ranking. Click on add. Automatically the data will be added to the dashboard. See here the data is added. I don't want all these columns. What I will do, I will try to add the name. I will try to add the rank. Okay, I will try to add the rank. This rank I will remove it, and this record also I will remove it. And rank I want to add the country also. I will try to add the country. Okay, so this is how we are adding Okay, this is how we are adding, guys. Okay, so 1 minute, something is wrong. Okay, 1 minute, let me gonna change the style. So I wanted it to header the background with the orange color. Okay, and fonts, okay, for not font, table colors, table labels, no table labels. And if you wanted to increase the size also, you can increase the size. I'm instead of 12, I'm mentioning the 14. That's perfectly fine. Okay, I should supposed to move this one, but it's not showing. Not totally sure why it is not showing. It's supposed to show. Okay, and okay, here it is showing now. You can remove it. You can move it like this. You can move it like this. Okay, so this is how rank. You have the name. You have the country. Okay, so if you wanted to full-fledgedly uh, style it properly, you can do it. Many things you can able to do it, guys. Table footer, you can do that. Okay, and you can able to add anything. Okay, you can able to add anything here. That's perfectly fine. And one more thing. So this is one chart, right? So I wanted to add a name of this chart, that is ICC ODI rankings. I wanted to increase the size. So increase the size by, okay, change the color to be this one, increase the size by some 32. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, so this is how it is. If you wanted to change the font, okay, no, this is not good. Yeah, no. Okay, so this is how ICC ODA rankings. And if you wanted to add some other dashboard, some I wanted to add a control drop down list. So I wanted to add a drop down list for the country. So remove the rank and add the country. I'm adding the country and change the style to the header. Now background, I wanted it to be light this color. So here, so tomorrow if I wanted to change only the people from India, I can just click on this India, so that only it will be showing the people from India. Okay, so this is how it is. So I can select all, so automatically it will come. And similarly, I want to add a chart, donut chart also we can able to add. See here, it is showing the countries. Okay, instead of donut chart, I will add this one, pie chart. So you can add a pie chart for country. See here, it is showing the pie chart for country. You can see here. So country wise, sorry, if I wanted to click on country, see here, what you are seeing here is that for India, 26.7% of the people are from India only, from the top 15 ODI rankings. Okay, so that is what it is. And here you can mention yes also. So this is how. And finally, if you wanted to still find, you need to click on this file and theme and layout. If you wanted to check it, you can able to just change it so that it looks even more beautiful. Okay, even more beautiful. If you wanted to change it, you can able to just select it to few things, so automatically it will come with this thing. Okay, so there are plenty of those things you can able to do it, guys. uh, it's your wish. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, for now I'm gonna keep it like this, so let's not worry about this thing. Okay, so let it be this way, so that this looks good. Okay, so this is how what it is now. You can, if you wanted to view it, this is how it is. This is your dashboard. What is this dashboard? This dashboard is showing you the ranks and who are the people who and their country ranks. So this is the top 15. You can also update it. Top 15 ODI ICC rankings, you can say. Okay, top 15 ODI ICC ODI rankings. So this is what it is. Now, whenever this data is updated, this particular data gets updated. Okay, whenever that data is updated, this data will also update. So this is how you can able to create a dashboard. Okay, so this dashboard is also, if you wanted to have a referral, you can also see here. This is how we have created ICC ODI rankings. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, so this way, now tomorrow if this particular pipeline, this particular DAG is running at some point of time, automatically all the things gets updated. Beam job function gets triggered, beam job running, the BigQuery table is loaded, and the dashboards gets updated. You can also give some proper name. So ICC rankings. This is main rankings. Okay, just give some name. That's it. You can just save it. And if you wanted to share it to any of the persons, you can able to share it. This is what in the companies also an end-to-end flow where you will be getting the data from the QuickBuzz API, and in the company they'll be having multiple applications. They'll load the data from the APIs, and Python script is running in the flow DAG, and the data is moved to the cloud storage. Cloud function gets triggered automatically. Beam job is running automatically, and our data is loaded to the BigQuery automatically. Looker Data Studio is updated automatically. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, hope you learn something, and this is it, guys. So this is an end-to-end pipeline. If you wanted to have the code and everything, you can go to my notes. The code is available here. The end-to pipeline is here, and if you wanted to set up the QuickBuzz API is here, and try to understand these things. This is what we have done here. Okay, yeah. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye.